So, what kind of guy wants a stolen, then dumped, then recovered street bike that can no longer be registered? What kind of guy wants that? This guy. Welcome back to the shop today, guys. I picked up a bike, or what's left of a bike. This is a GSXR 600. Found it on Facebook Marketplace. This is actually the first purchase I've done off of Facebook Marketplace. And so far, I'm pumped. This bike was from a guy who was semi-local to where I work. Great guy to deal with. I got this thing for $500. And I got a lot for $500 if you're a bike guy. But this thing, he had it running, he said. We'll find out. But basically, I picked this thing up because I want to build a two-seater cross-cart, buggy, side-by-side thing. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I want to build. I wanted to build kind of a bigger off-road go-kart for a long time. But I wasn't going to put no 5-horse Briggs and Stratton on it, guys. I did want something a little bigger. I wanted like a 1000cc or something like that. But you know what? This will do. And the price was right. Yeah, this thing was stolen and then dumped and then recovered. And I guess, I don't know exactly what happens, but basically our local insurance company, this bike can no longer be safetied or insured for road use. So it's basically useless as a bike, unless I was going to do a track bike or a drag bike, something like that. And I just don't seem to have the third nut that bike racers have. Props to you guys. I've watched a lot of bikes at the racetrack, and you know, it looks like a ton of fun, and I love speed. But yeah, like I said, I just don't have that third nut that those boys have. So, plan. Yeah, I want to build a go-kart. Cross cart side-by-side thing. But I need to get this thing running. This is a 2014, so it's fuel injected, which is kind of nice. It's got an in-tank pump. I didn't know they had that. That's wicked, because now if I build a fuel cell, I can use that in-tank pump. It's gonna be nice, boys. And it's gonna be a lot easier for, I don't know, a few PSIs. Future project? Maybe. But let's do one thing at a time. So I'm out of propane, so the shop is freezing cold, and I'm just going to deal with that. But for right now, I got to figure out how to hotwire this thing, because just like everything else I buy, it doesn't have keys. But we'll also see about some parts that we can strip off this thing, sell some parts if I can, maybe make some money back. Might be able to use the brakes for the buggy project itself. Motor I plan to use. He's going to see if he can get me the back tire. That would have given me another set of brakes and a sprocket, which would be nice. And I'm going to kind of see what's worth saving. But for right now, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to kick over. And if it kicks over, well, I'm going to throw some fuel in it and see if I can start it. So I'm going to check some fluids. And then find out what I need to do to hotwire this thing. Stick with me, boys. Okay, so I got the front fender, headlight doohickey, got that all off. Broke a lot of things. Broke a lot of plastic. Here's some of the remnants of it, but we don't need that where we're going. I found out that I wasn't the first guy to try to hotwire it because I found this back there. So I don't even know where this went to. I'm assuming the key used to go in this little little spot right here, and it's not there anymore. So there's obviously some stuff that they were trying. So I'm gonna maybe do some continuity tests and some stuff and see if that does anything with the clickies, starting and all that stuff. If one of you guys is a big bike guy, can you tell me what this is for? Is that like some sort of blinker cutout switch or something? Because I don't know what that, I've never seen that before. Let me know. Shoot a comment down in the words section below and I'll try to read. But I'm going to test some of those wires and maybe do an oil check, see if there's something in it. It is radiator cooled, so I might see if there's any coolant left in it. Hopefully the block isn't cracked. I didn't think of that until now. Well, that would suck. Well, that would be what it is. So I'm going to keep digging into it here, boys. Okay, so again, don't mind the noise. It's the next day and I picked up some propane so I can get some heat in here because it was getting too cold last night. But I got this thing jerry-rigged together here. Don't mind this or that so much. Don't mind that stuff. But I got some bleepage. Got some stuff on here. I touched a bunch of wires together down here until something kind of, blinked at me. Got brake lights. I don't know if you can really see the reflection there. And blinkers. Whoop, almost tipping the bike over. But I got blinkers. Both of them work. It's kind of cool. Don't know if I'll integrate that into my plan. Because really I don't need blinkers. I can't road legal this thing anyway, so. Anyways. But the best part about this, boys, is I gotta hold the clutch in too. Got it to turn over, so that's exciting. I'm sure the tank is empty, if not low enough that it's probably not picking up anything, so I might throw some gas in it, but I'm going to do a little check on the oil first. There's no coolant in it, but I would rather have no coolant than not enough coolant and have everything broken. And so yeah, I'm going to check the oil, make sure there's some oil in it, and then throw some fuel in it and see if I can get it to kick over. I would also like to take a minute to really appreciate the last guy's laziness. Like, I'm impressed. Technically, this is the newest vehicle I've ever owned. I have never owned anything over 2011. This is 2014, so I would be treating this pretty good. But looking at the paint job, I mean, it was blue originally, I think. And this was just all down the side of it black. I thought the motor was actually black, but no, it's just overspray. Yeah. That's fine. But they didn't even tape anything off. Oh, and there was green. Here's a front piece, the headlight bezel. And there was green under here. So I don't know. Didn't see any blue on that one, so don't know where that came from. But they didn't tape anything off. Like, look at the green overspray. I don't know if you can really see that. This is all overspray. Some of these lights you can't even see. This is all just overspray. You can barely see the gauges. I'm impressed. But anyway, let's get it running. Remember when I was saying this guy was lazy? Well, do you see that right there? That's been painted over. Do you know what that is? That's the oil level sight glass. Yep. So, I can't even tell you if there's oil in this thing. I'm gonna try to scrape that off and see what I can do about that. We might just send it, Hail Mary, see what happens. But, yeah, this guy is very impressive. Okay, guys, so I made some headway. It's been a few days. I've been working on some other stuff. But, anywho, I still have this all jerry-rigged here. But I think I got her figured. It was turning over, but I wasn't getting any fuel pump. I found out that these guys require a resistor in the ignition switch. Yeah, in the ignition switch. to send a low signal to the computer to start the fuel pump, so I wasn't getting fuel. So I have that in here. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not going to show how I've wired this thing, because to be honest, now that I know what I know now, I don't want to show people how to steal bikes. It's not what I'm after. I can help people out. You can do trial and error like me when you're in a situation like this. I don't condone stealing other people's equipment or rigs or cars or bikes. I find that to be absolutely stupid. People work hard for their money, but I am not going to be showing you guys that part, just due to the fact that I'm not going to be any support to anybody who is trying to do something shifty with a bike. So, that being said, I am going to hook up a wire that is more or less my ignition. So we are now fired up there. We got our professional wiring everywhere. And check this out, guys. How sweet is that? Runs really well from the way it sounds. Obviously, I'm missing an exhaust, a muffler, and you can tell the throttle response isn't quite there. There's some sneaky little valve in the exhaust too, that's all operated by heat and whatnot, and I haven't ran this thing long enough really. But it needs a muffler, and it needs that little exhaust valve to be looked at to really have the throttle response it should. But doesn't matter. She runs, boys. Super pumped. So that means the more I get, I can start with the rest of the project. This will not happen tomorrow. This will not be a fast project because it's real life, guys. I got work. I got family. This is a hobby. I enjoy doing this stuff. So this stuff will be slow, but I will show you as much as I can whenever I can. I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Jamie. He started a YouTube channel, Competitor's Edge. Show him some support, guys. I think if you like my stuff, you'll love his stuff. He is looking into doing a lot of engine building and tuning videos. He just started. Give him some support, guys. I'll try to put a link to his channel below. And if I can't figure out how to do that, type in the letters there, you'll find him. Competitor's Edge. Give him a follow. But that's where I'm going to leave this video now, boys. I'll catch up on the next one. Thanks for subscribing. It's been a new year now, 2022. My goal of 2021 was 300 subscribers. We got to 291, I think it was. So pretty close, pretty pumped. But I'm looking for the next 100. So if you guys like what you see, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.